But now it's time to go back to the live draw, Vanessa, and it's time for the recurve men's athletes to come out, and we will have Brady Ellison occupying the left-hand spot, the number 1, and Mete Gazos, who we caught a glimpse of earlier on, occupying position number 2. The other athletes to come out, 2 Koreans, Bae Jae-yeon, Kim Woo-jin, the Russian Artem Makninko is the host nation athlete. Maro Nespoli of Italy's in there, and then we've got 2 Dutch athletes, Chef van den Berg and Steve Weyer. So positions 1 and 2 automatically selected. So we begin the draw for the recurve men's event. And that's Bae occupying position number 6. So Gazos' opponent has been called out, and that is Kim Woo-jin. Already a very big match there. Kim Woo-jin will go up against Mete Gazos. Position number 2, this is for the opponent, up against Brady Ellison. And it is the host nation, Artem Makninko. So Maro Nespoli coming out. He will, it doesn't really matter which position he occupies because he's drawn against the next athlete to come out. I know there are two Dutch athletes coming out, but it is indeed Chef van den Berg who will face Maro Nespoli. So that means that Steve Weyer will go up against Bae Jae-yeon. There is confirmation of that.
No, it looks like the 2 Dutch archers are meeting. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, now let's just have a look at that. It is van den Berg, and he's up against his teammate Weyer, and it was Nespoli who moved over, and it's Nespoli who goes up against Bae. So the 2 Dutch athletes actually drawn against each other there. Confirmation, it's Brady Ellison against Artem Makninko from Russia. The American takes on the host nation athlete. Chef van den Berg from the Netherlands will take on his teammate Steve Weyer. At the other end of, the other part of the draw, Maro Nespoli, the Italian Olympian, he goes up against Bae Jae-yeon, and another tasty one, Kim Woo-jin up against Mete Gazos. Well, I mean, it's a fascinating draw. Look, Kim against Gazos.
That was a shocker. That's going to be a very big match. You know, someone would expect this to be maybe the gold or maybe even a semi-final match, but in the first round, it's kind of heartbreaking to see 2 fantastic archers who have great potential winning, meeting in the first round. Also, Bae and Kim being in the same side of the bracket, and Chef and Weyer, this is heartbreaking altogether. I mean, yeah. But it'll be a very good match to watch.
I think one athlete that's going to be very happy is the American Brady Ellison. It's 2019 has been his year, and it looks like we might get a chance to have a quick word with him. He's been drawn up against the Russian host nation place that went to Artem Makninko. Let's go and see what Brady Ellison has to say.
Brady, it's been your year so far. Just talk to me about that year and how you've managed to stay so consistent throughout the whole calendar.
I think it just started off this year being able to practice finally and kind of get a good base, and then I've just been able to kind of carry it through this crazy travel season that we've had, and now we're almost done. We just got this one left and one more after this in the States, but we're almost there.
And what would it mean to you to cap this season with a gold at the World Cup final and get that number 5 that we're waiting for?
I think it would be pretty awesome. I think it'd kind of be the cherry on top at the end of this year. Ultimately, I just want to shoot good here, win, lose, draw, whatever. I just want to perform well, keep it up, and then, you know, keep this going into next year.
It's the 2nd year in a row we do a draw, so it's random who you face, but I think it's the 2nd year in a row that you face the host nation representative. Bit of luck there.
You know, it's just, I guess, the way they're falling for me right now. I think this year every match is going to be tough. My side of the bracket has the two Netherlands guys in it, and they've both been the toughest matches I've shot all year. So I think our side of the bracket's going to be good, and then the other side of the bracket, they're knocking each other out early. So we'll see what happens.
And you're looking for your 5th World Cup final win here. Sarah is 2 on Friday. Who's going to get it? Both of you? One of you? And do you think it'll be you?
I'm hoping Toya wins, and then that will mean Sarah stays at 4, and then I could jump to 5 and get one ahead of her.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
That's one.
Well, interesting stuff there. Talking about his wife, Toya Ellison, who represents Slovenia, and he's a lucky boy. I think it would have been the one that he picked, taking on Magnenko there.
Yeah, I think so. But knowing Brady, I'm pretty sure he would have, been happy picking anybody. He has a mentality that if he's going to win, he has to get through everybody anyways. So I think he's going to do a great match, and he's going to do a great job with his shooting, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the finals.
Yeah, and remember, he's going for a record-breaking 5th World Cup final win, and he's in a tussle with Sarah Lopez. But the other interesting one we talked about was in that same half of the draw, Steve Via, who's had an interesting season. He got a 2nd spot on the World Cup circuit this season, but not probably had his best season. He's the reigning European champion, and he's up against his teammate, Chef Van den Berg. Before we get into that, let's go and have a word with them to see what they have to say about facing their teammate here in Moscow.
Steve, drawn against your teammate Chef in the first round, not what you wanted.
I didn't have any expectations on forehand, and to be honest, I don't really care against who I'm going to shoot. It's unfortunate that it's against Chef because it's my teammate, but we're still going to do the best we can and make a good match out of it.
Chef, you've had a great season so far, but you haven't bagged that podium finish, that big podium finish we're looking for. Is Moscow the place?
Obviously, that's what I'm after this weekend. Yeah, I would have liked to shoot against somebody else because it sucks shooting against a teammate. But on the other hand, it means that we have a semi-final for the Netherlands in the pocket. So yeah, there's 2 ways to look at it, but I'm definitely going for a podium.
Looking at the draw and your side of the bracket versus the other side of the bracket, is there anyone in particular you're glad you avoided or you're unhappy that you ended up with?
To be honest, this is the first time I even think about it. I didn't look at the bracket, so I don't care.
Okay, and Chef, obviously if you do manage to beat Steve and get through to the semi-final, you'll either face Magnenko or Brady, who we know that you haven't yet beaten in international competition. What's the key to you doing that here if you make it that far?
Just doing my own thing, and yeah, I try to see this competition as a competition where I mostly have to beat myself. I need to shoot the best arrows I can and hope for the best. There's nothing more than I can do.
Well, good luck to both of you. Enjoy yourselves. Cheers.
Well, really interesting lineup there with the 2 Dutch athletes going up against each other. Chef Van den Berg's probably had a little bit more of a consistent season, but Steve Via's come good in the end, taking a medal at the European Games and at the World Championships.
Yeah, it's about consistency or moments of brilliance, and Steve came onto the scene and he just crushed it. He won his first ever World Cup, and this year he's had some moments of brilliance. Like I said, he had a silver medal in Antalya, but Chef, consistent 4th place finishes. His speed bump is Brady Ellison, but first he's going to have to face his brilliant counterpart, Steve Weiler.
Really tough top half of the draw in the men's recurve, and I think Kim Woo-jin and Mete Gazos, well, they've got the pressure on them drawing each other in the first one, but afterwards you probably expect them to be the favourite to come through the bottom half of the draw.
I do, and that's the way I see it right now. I'd be interested to see if they can keep up the energy level that they had from the first match, because I'm pretty sure that they're going to be quite excited about that one, trying to get that win, and I would love to see if they're able to continue until the end.